Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm new to doing this. I'm Thomas. Today we're going to go over my gear. I have 2 of my 4 plate carriers. I keep them with me. I am currently 7.5 hours from the house. So yeah, I have them with me. I am at work. It is 1:05 in the morning, and we're gonna go over some plate carriers. These are both Spartan armor systems. One is the Sentinel, and the other one is the Leonitis. With that being said, my other 2 that I have are both HRT. I'm going to do a review on them, get into how they're set up and all that when I have time to actually train in them, maneuver in them, just put them to work basically. With that being said, get a drink, I'm thirsty. Old school, baby. With that being said, the Sentinel by Spartan, I actually was my first one I had. It failed prematurely. Found a sewing imperfection in the cummerbund. But other than that, it was a great system. It held up, ran with it, trained in it. So the way it's set up now is we still use it. Have to stitch it up every other day. But it's good to train in. I'm not really doing it. Yes, it does still have the plates in it. Yes, it is still set up to if I needed to use it or don it, or whoever's with me needed to put one on, you can put it on. It's going to stay up on you. Like I said, it's just a cummerbund. It does have 2 sets of, it's got a set of buckles underneath the cummerbund, so yes, it is still, it can be used as an active shooter vest. So with that being said, it is still usable. I just don't use it. So bear with me, I don't have my tripod for my phone. It is actually sitting on a knob of a cabinet right now, and I am looking at the wrong end of the phone. But you'll get to see this. I'm going to take something off of it so nobody can identify the last name. We'll turn it upside down. So let's get into it. So this is the Sentinel armor system. I have 2 sets. I have a set of plates in it. You can see. Spartan armor systems, Sentinel. I have the padded backs, so it allows that. It actually works. I like it a lot better than the other one. That's one feature I do like about it. It allows a breathing channel up the front and up the back, because there are a set of these. See, this is the buckle. Front and then back. So all in all, it was actually a good plate carrier. It still is a good plate carrier. As you can see, this is the defect. This is actually the defected side. I don't know if you can see it, but the stitching was actually messed up right there. It came that way. So showed them, not a question. All they wanted was a picture of it, and they just turned around and sent me another one. I opted to upgrade it, which was, well, just getting into it. So the way it's set up here is I have a 3 pistol mag pouch up front, and then an admin pouch. The admin pouch is, I think this one is Blue Force. It's set up. It's pretty cool. Got a pen and a marker and stuff in it. Got a map reader in it. Don't want to go into the map. You might know where I'm at. Back here, it's set up with the GPS. The flashlight, multi-tool, lens cleaner, some glow-in-the-dark sticks, you know, for raving in the woods. Now, I do recommend, I actually have 2 backup sets for every battery that I actually use, no matter what I have on. So if I was to take this off and throw it down and pick up my other one, it's got the same amount in it. The only difference is this one is set up to where I can undo these 2 tabs and it will just come right off. Same way with these. And I can get flat on my stomach. Now, with that being said, this is actually set up for laying on my stomach, moving this to the side, which I did a fat flex today in it, and that's what broke it again before this video. And then you'll notice I got wires and stuff going everywhere. It's just for radio, everything. And my trusty AR magazine pouches. The cummerbund that ripped. This is the cummerbund. You'll notice it looks pretty normal, except, bam, it actually came apart. All in all, good plate carrier. That one actually has both ceramics in it. I don't know if I said it already or not. But all in all, for a budget-minded, a decent plate carrier, I would recommend them. I can't beat them. Nice solid Velcro. Really heavy duty material. I believe it is 600. I might be wrong. But actually, it was a good plate carrier. I still run it, like I said, it's to get minimalistic real quick. The back, if you look at the back actually has nothing on it. Now it does have the D-rings on it because I do have a bladder to put on here. If I don't want to run a bladder, I can just put a day pack on here, which has a bladder in it. So I always have water, right? You always need water. Water over food first, foremost. You can always eat these if you need. Now my second one is the Leonitis. She's a little more robust. With that being said, a little more robust. Now, what I have on here is my comms hookup because I do have an HCH. It's not with me because it's hard to, you know, who needs it, right? I do. But it's not here with me in here. It's outside in the truck. But with all that aside, this is the Leonitis. I don't know if you can see that. Working right here. Leonitis Spartan armor system. Now this is the most comfortable one I have. I will not lie. And it is just really comfortable. Has a pouch up here, which the other one has 2 front pouches, but you can't secure them. They don't close. They stay open, but they're not. You can't really open them. This one has a heavy duty zipper on it. It is heavy. I am running the steel triple curve with the anti-spalling Spartan plate in the front, and then a ceramic in the back, just for weight purposes only. So I got these S-Tac. I got the 3 magazine pouches here. These are the high, I think the mid. Yeah, these are the high. I have a mid-height ones, which is on my belt, which we'll get to in a minute. But it has the Kiwi system in it, which is really awesome. Of course, the tourniquet always. Comms connector, we already went over that. Radio is actually mounted behind a back piece, which needs to be changed. I know, don't get on to me. This is civilian, not military. I carry a very strong arm. And then I actually have my IFAC set up. I actually had to piece this together. Now this doesn't come in. This is a Blue Force. When I set this up, or when you buy this, it doesn't come with nothing. At least when I did, it didn't. So I had a packet full of stuff. So I had to individually buy some of the things. You can get kits where they have pre-done. I actually have a couple others, but the one I like the most, which is the one my wife carries, is actually a bear fac, and it is awesome. And that thing is packed, and it's to put this one together, including everything, minus a few things that his come with that other people won't sell now. Talking about the deep compression needle, was actually cheaper to buy his whole one than it was to piece this one together. Now, mind you, it is a Blue Force gear. You can get cheaper ones on Amazon. Amazon always has Chinese-made crap. Blah blah blah. We'll go from there. I digress. Now, my water system, my hydration pack, is actually a little Go pack too, all in one. But it is the Camel pack. It's the Ambush series. It's really cool. It just is. I pack it full of water, and it is this one. I believe is the 100 liter, I believe. And then, of course, I keep my little odds and ends in here. Just the odds and ends. Not really too much of anything else to her. Cat Turner Cub, and that's it for her. Now, what you did see hanging was a little thing called Ear Pro or ear protection or whatever. It was issued to me. Never really used it, but just kept it that way when I'm training. If my wherever they go, if my earmuffs went out, couldn't hear, and just slap those in, popped up, the ends open, go from there. We're good. They blend in. They just blend in. Pretty cool. You plug in, you plug it. With that being said, this is my battle belt. It's set up weird. Not too weird. I like it. I love it. And I'll show you what I was talking about. This, they're the same style. Yeah, it's the wrong color. I know, that's all they had at the time I bought this stuff. Everybody graduates. If you buy everything at one time, good for you. Awesome. Congrats. Me, I stacked. So, like I was saying, these are your mid-high, and that is your tall one. Whatever. The difference? Kind of hard to see. Oh well. When we get done, we'll lay it all out so y'all can see it. With that being said, the inner pad, I bought everything separate. The inner pad you actually can't get no more. I have no clue why. It's a great one. I love it. It's the best one I've had so far. I've had other ones that were just a fat belt, you know. And well, they just suck. Like, I ain't gonna lie, they bunch up. They always crack. I know you can get the harder ones, but at the time, I was looking for something comfortable, that was workable, usable. I didn't care tearing up, and it just sucked. You learn real quick when you start buying gear that cheaper is not better. With that being said, I'll continue on. So this is that's right, HSG, high speed gear. Now this is a slim padded belt. It actually is really comfortable. With that being said, it has 2 slots on each side cut into them. Let me dig it out. Where you can take your holster and go right or left with it, depending on your hand. Now, on this, I do run 2 pistol mags on this belt because with that vest, my sidearm is exactly that. It is a sidearm. It is not my fighting rifle or weapon of choice, but I always want to have 3 mags, 1 in, 2 on me. One is done, 2 is 1, and 1 more, well, hell, we're good. Well, if I need more than that, then I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time. I shouldn't be there. So, anyway, so I have 2 magazine, AR style magazine pouches with the Kiwi system. Kiwi system is the best one I've had so far. I've tried other ones, the taco style and all that stuff. I don't really care for it. A little bulky. I don't know. They're just weird. To me, that's my opinion. I do have a dump pouch. It is a Blue Force gear dump pouch. Yes, I do have a couple of things from Blue Force. At the time, it was Blue Force or nothing. When I bought this stuff, and then I come to realize over the years of collecting and getting, it really doesn't need to be top of the line, but you damn sure don't want the bottom line. Oh, sorry. But I digress, and we go on. Y'all gonna laugh at me? I don't care what you say. You gonna whatever. I don't care what you think. There. It's a damn boo-boo kit, okay? It got, you know, some Band-Aids, some Tylenol, some little roll of duct tape, some other slightly stuff, and a little bitty old pocket knife. Why? Because I got knives out the ass, and the more you have, the better off you are. Continuing on. Now, this is actually a Safariland drop holster. It is not a thigh holster, although you can make it a thigh holster by extending the strap, which you have to get. But this actually came through T-Rex arms. Now, with that being said, this is a T-Rex thing. It is for a Glock 19 with a light. That is what I carry. It does have the quick detach, which is awesome because I just actually found my replacement screws and the extra screw packets that I actually bought with all this. And now I actually have the extra system. I will be bolting this in my truck. So that being said, I do have a leg strap that's actually used and worn and abused. But if you got the gear, train in it. People always say, well, why am I the one getting looks when I get to where I'm going and I pull my gear out and I start working in it? And yes, I said working in it. Training in it, working in it. You can call it what you want. I call it working. Because when it comes time that you actually need to use this stuff, and you go to put it on, and you go to run, I will just say 50 yards. Most of us are fat and out of shape. We can't do that. 200 yards, 400 yards, or whatever. A quick burst of 50 yards, and you've never trained a day in it, you have it, you will never make it. So yes, I train in my gear. With that being said, you'll saw that on my Leonitis I had, sorry about that, I had smoked ribs tonight for dinner. You'll see I had a camo flag with the black in it, and then a weird looking tab. A lot of y'all watching this will know what that is. I get a lot of questions about what the acronym below it is. It is actually, let me throw it on real quick. this is what we're talking about. This is an IR flag. A lot of y'all will know what that is. I don't need to explain it. For those that don't, this thing will light up under night vision like a damn sunbeam. Like it's crazy. So what I was talking about, the acronym is the NKDA. Now I'm O positive and I have no known disease or allergies. Everybody looks at me like, oh, why the hell does that matter? Well, if you got somebody trying to medically treat you with a bloodborne pathogens and all that, and you've been shot, at the moment, a stranger, a good Samaritan stranger would treat you no matter what. The after the fact comes when they want to, well, do you know if he's got any allergies or anything, and I can't talk, I'm not conscious. Well, boom, if he knows how to read that, he'll automatically know, hey, it says right there, he doesn't, I don't know, but no known disease or allergies, so we'll go from there. Other than that, my HRT gear, I'll get a video up about that. People say it's high end, some people say whatever. I don't really care. All I know is I'm gonna test it out. Oh, and by the way, none of this was given to me. This is just what I've collected over and over, picking up, changing out, upgrading, stuff like that. I didn't go over my radios. I'll do a separate video about that later on. It is an active headset. It does actually work. I'll let you hear it. They actually do work. They're not just like channel 1, channel 2 and all that. They actually are ham radios. I have a spare one that is just a little cheap Biofang, whatever you want to call the damn thing. But I use that for a scanner. It's a damn good scanner, and it's cheap and it works. And I have it programmed from NOAA and then my surrounding sheriffs and stuff. Anyways, not for illegal activity too, by the way. With that, I do have a day pack. It is a little cheap Amazon one. Bear with me, we're going to take a trip. I say it's little. Yeah, it has a bladder. It's funky looking. It's just a little cheapo. Now mics. Get up there, guy. Okay. Now the one I do carry on the back of my HRT vest, I actually did get the medium packs for. We'll go through that when I get to them. Other than that, guys, this is my first gear review video. It's not really a review, it's just what I have, and it's just a little details. This is civilian stuff. None of this is military. It looks it, and you might get mistaken for it, but none of it is. Now, the plates that I do run, they are NIJ certified. I put my name tag back on. And they're great plates. They're Ace-Link, which is who I go through to get some of them, and then Spartan. I swapped to Ace-Link just because the lead time on Spartan was so far out, and I needed so many sets so quick that Ace-Link was actually able to ship them to me and get them to me within, I think it was like 12 days from the time I put my order in. And they did come first, and it was surprising. I had my plates and no vest to put them in. My other vest, I had them put them in these, but they already had plates. But other than that, I do have a SOG, or SOG, whatever you want to call it. They do call it a 72-hour pack. It does have ugly, outdated. Just there's no framing in here. I actually took the framing out, which was probably not a good idea, but it's still comfortable. I just keep the hard stuff to the back. And yeah, I wasn't supposed to, but oh well. When I was in, they were doing this. Otis was doing this special. I don't know if I'll get in trouble for this or not. I don't really care. Rifle cleaning kit. Now they were going to try to issue these. I don't know if they have yet or not. When I got it, they didn't. It was just more of a prototype, if you will. Now it is military. This one is military. It was given to me. I one hell of a supply sergeant, and man, this thing is wicked. Like, this thing is a field kit, and actually has more than their little round ones they used to, get. This thing is just wicked. Now I've added a few things to it. What I've added to it was a small screwdriver, which I actually forgot I had in there for digging in and cleaning and all that BS stuff. And then this guy, which actually does not fit in there no more. But anyways, so this is for 9mm. I got it set up for 9mm, which is what my sidearm is, and then my 223 or 5.56. Yeah. So that's what I run. I'll do a gun review on. I just had a set that I bought two. One's a 9, and then one is a 5.56, and then I actually have an old 5.56 I still use. And yes, there are, I'd say probably about 50,000 rounds through the same barrel, and it only cost me, I think it was on a Black Friday, it cost me like $500. But we'll get into that another time. For this video, I want to say thank you guys. If you like what you see, or if you have any comments or questions, let's keep them positive. And just let me know down below. If you're new to the channel, thank you for coming. It's a brand new channel. Please hit that like and subscribe button. I'll put some links in the description below for some of the gear that I got, and where you can find some of it. Other than that, guys, that is all I've got for today with me at work, which I am at work right now. And I'll see you guys around. Sorry for the long video, but I got a lot of stuff here with me, and I got a lot more. Oh, by the way, that bag I showed you is actually full of MREs. They are not field stripped, or what you guys would like to call field stripped. They are just still in the bag, just shoved in there. I got a bunch of them to get me home. And then my water bladder attached to the back of that. And yeah, you're asking me why do I have so much gear with me? It's because I usually work with somebody during the day, and that person during the day happens to be my brother. So I'm pretty blessed to have him with me, but we're gonna get home together. Other than that, guys, like I said, catch me next time. Thanks, guys. Alright guys, this is what it looks like. Put it on. Of course, everything's empty. It's kind of hard to see the mag though. Let's see if we can get a nice little stand out. What it is, as you can tell, it goes together, it floats. You got enough gap here to manipulate magazines in and out. It's water piles in there. Everything is high. It is in the waist area. It is where it is comfortable. It's where it needs to be. I actually have a funny torso, so that is the top, the bottom of the indention where the top of the plate should be. And then it sits level, or it sits the same height on the front and back like it's supposed to. So front, it's not supposed to ride up and back down, and then vice versa, and so on and so forth. It is carrying everything. Like I said, I keep everything Journalistic, radio, can't reach it, and all that BS, but yeah, this is how it looks while it's on. It is, like I said, really comfortable. I can move it really good. My effect in the arm, and my effect does, it is right here where my third arm would be, but my draw stroke is straight out under. So therefore it does not interfere with my, what you would call my draw stroke. It does come off fairly easy. Even mess up that. And that's that. That would be everything I got.